from mind.
Yeah, he means it.
No, he means it, but then in the subsequent examples, that does not display that freedom from the mind.
Why not? Where is it that?
He says,
enjoying
the
the
child
pleasure
who
part?
would like to play with the shadows, imagine stories, looking at clouds, innocently believes in all, and also looks forward to life with a lot of inquisitiveness, was still alive in me, and was struggling to get life again. Giving life to the inner child was like regaining myself again. You know, it is all talking about the mind.
Yeah.
So there is no freedom from the mind.
Myself is not mine. If myself is my mind, then I wouldn't say my mind.
No, I understand that.
I mind.
I understand that. My question is, since you are saying winning over my mind was freedom.
Yeah,
or,
that's true.
Yeah, but have you absolutely got that freedom? Or is it still in a higher stage today than earlier? You know?
No, if you're personalizing me here and asking this question?
Yeah, because
or the paper.
the statement has been...
If it's about me, it's a journey.
No, I mean the author here. Yeah.
Okay, so I think you got your answer.
No, I haven't got my answer.
Then we will take the answers to the session afterwards because we've got a long line of people over here.
Oh, I didn't see.
Ask the question. And you're going to keep your question as a question. Short, sweet and simple. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Miltonian Gopal Sejpal.
Hi, Gopal.
Excellent paper.
Thank you.
Very impressive voice you have got.
Thank you.
Let me compliment on you.
Not that.
The question is, we get insurance done. We plan for our families. What are we going to do? So if I only remain in present, why do I have to worry about my future? Why do I plan? Is there any need for me to plan? Because this was the question which was happening in my mind when I was reading even Eckhart Tolle, The Power of Now book. I have not been able to really get convinced that do I have to plan or do I just live at the moment as they come to me? So what will be your thoughts?
See, first
on
thing,
this?
planning wouldn't mean worrying. Planning wouldn't mean worrying. So planning is perfectly okay. For example, my flights are booked back from convention, which is planning so that I can comfortably enjoy every moment now. So that I don't have that nth minute thing to go around. Planning is just an intellectual thing. So living in present is your complete self living in present, not just your intellect or not just the planning, your heart, your sense organs. So those are two different domains is what I feel. Living in present is anywhere.
Can I add up?
Please.
I plan the whole journey, and then while traveling the journey, I'm in the present time.
I enjoy that.
Yes. Thank you.
So in a way, the future does come into my mind, right? Yeah. I do think about my future. So when I'm thinking about future, I'm not in my present.
If you're thinking about your future, that is the time you're not using your mind at all. You are expressing your insecurities, that's all.
All right, thank you.
Yeah,
Aparish,
thank you,
for that.
Aparisha. Thanks.
Thank you, Gopal.
Gaurav, yes. Yeah, and your question is?
Great, Chaitanya.
Thank you.
In brief, it was a great pleasure to know that where you stated that you are capable of spending a lot of time with yourself.
Yes.
Honestly, would you consider yourself to be selfish?
No. Oh, I mean, the words, you can play around with the English words. I'm nothing against it. But I love myself and I love spending a lot of time with myself because I feel there is one companion I was born with and I'm going to die with, and I want to befriend him as much as possible. So, I don't know what you want to call it.
And one brief question. Again, honestly, is tomorrow really another day for you?
Is tomorrow another day for you?
I try my best to make it another day for me.
Okay.
Thank you, Gaurav. Yes, Abbas.
Chaitanya, that was a fantastic paper. It was really nice. And what I've seen is in that paper, there was a lot of introspection that you have done, more than what I would think that people generally do. So my question is that after doing so much introspection, you figured this is what I want to do, this is how I want to live, this is it. So after your journey, are you still putting in that effort to do all of those things today, or is it running on autopilot?
No, it is not running on autopilot, and that's my wish. And if I achieve it, I think I'm spiritually achieved a very great level. If I would achieve it to an extent, it's a couple of statements I've made that the thoughts enter with my permission. I haven't reached there. It's author trying to say, hoping to reach there. So I'm on the journey. So So whenever I'm conscious to look at myself, and when I'm faltering or when somebody is doing, I'm capable of appreciating somebody living in present, somebody not having insecurity. So it's not about me, it's just author.
Okay, but it's easier now.
Thank you.
Oh, it's definitely easier because I can see things.
Great.
Thank
At
you
least I
very
can see
much.
things.
Yes, Sutapa.
Yeah, very poetic paper, I would say.
Thank you.
I found it very flowery and poetic. Anyway, my question is, you have said that when you give, you gain and you feel secured. So the question is, when you are giving, I mean, it's unconditional. I mean, you are not actually expecting to gain anything. So what do you mean by that?
Oh yeah,
And the second question is, what is your insecurity and where is it connected to giving?
okay.
What is the way to get rid
No,
of
I mean, it is not
insecurity?
that I said we have to give so that we feel secure. I experienced that. I don't know how it happened. More I started giving, more I started believing, more I started feeling that I'm capable. If I could, for example, I don't know, there's a personal example. In my organization, there are about 50 children whom we take care of their education, IAS children. Okay? So looking at that, I feel if I can take care of 50 children, I mean, is it a big deal taking care of myself or my family or my biological children? Somewhere down the lane, I mean, it's not conscious thought. By giving, you start feeling that your life can easily be taken care of, something like that. You don't have to really be worried or have insecurity about what will happen to me next and things like that. That's what I meant to say. It is not that you give so that you feel secure. By giving, you start feeling very secure because only a fellow who feels he's capable of will start giving. So that maybe works reverse. I don't know how it works, but that's what I felt personally. When I
you
started
give
giving, I
without
started feeling
purpose,
secure.
purposeless giving. Not having a purpose in mind, you give it.
Yeah.
Spontaneous. And that makes you
Yeah.
enjoy freedom.
Yeah,
Great. Thank you.
thank you.
Yes, Sarai.
I'm Durai from Bangalore.
I appreciate that.
So I'm continuing the same thought what Sutapa brought in. In fact, I've got a demand from you or appeal or challenge your this thing. I'm again reading your statement. I realize by giving I gain and by gaining I feel secure. You have excelled in your profession by really building an educational institution and you've been growing by milestones. Are you, earlier also I had appealed to you, to take Milt Residential School as an extended arm of your institution or CSR of your life and make that MR's institution a notch above your educational institution? Are you ready for the challenge?
Okay. See, you more than answering your question directly because that's got nothing to do with TP as such. I want to tell you that I'm in this point of my life, I'm exploring different possibilities. As I tried to say that we have taken up some Snehallaya responsibility of third Snehallaya or about our own IAS children. So I'm trying to explore different avenues to see how I feel about giving and what makes the giving more satisfactory to me. Is it me personally getting inside the classroom and teaching makes me more of a giving, or giving few lakhs makes me feel more of a giving? I'm yet in that experimental mode of trying to test myself, test the water. So this is where I stand.
I'll continue to ask. Thank you.
Two quick ones. Okay, if you like the first question, you can allow me to raise this. Okay, Chaitanya, great paper.
Thank you.
I have two questions, quick ones. The first one is the blaming others, where you say that I started apologizing to myself for doing harm and cheating myself of the happiness. The question is, are you operating at that moment from thought?